Throughout the story of Penacony, we learned a lot about Firefly's backstory, and we can finally piece together how she ended up joining the Stellaron hunters and why. Firefly tells us that she is originally from the world Glamour, a world who got attacked by the Swarm. We can find out more about this world if we have a look at the planner ornament set Firmament Frontline Glamour, and if we have a look at the backstory of the Eon of Propagation. Glamour was an early Type 2 civilization capable of traveling around their star system before the attack of the Swarm. As such, they had the capabilities to build an army of mech soldiers to fight off the Swarm. They called it the Iron Cavalry. The soldiers piloting these mechs were genetically altered and controlled by Glamour's ruler Titania. Their sole purpose and meaning of existence was to guard Glamour's empire and its ruler. They achieved this by altering the essence of those humans that became these soldiers. Additionally, Firefly, as we learned, has a disease called entropy loss syndrome, which basically causes her body to disintegrate over time. This could be the consequence of how Titania was controlling the Iron Cavalry. As it was mentioned, she was doing so by woven the cavalry pilots into some type of dream. Fast forward, after fending off the Swarm, the civilization of Glamour fell apart, resulting in the warriors of the Iron Cavalry losing their meaning of existence, since the entire point of existing was to protect the Empire, and now that doesn't exist anymore. Also, as we learned from Blade in the past, each Stellaron hunter joined Elio's cause because they had a specific wish. So for Blade it was to finally be able to die, and for Firefly it is to find a meaning of existence again. Also, we know she joined the Stellaron hunters before Blade and Silverwolf, and she even helped in recruiting both of those.
Every Stellaron hunter has a deal with Elio. I do not know the nature of those deals, but I do know that Kafka and I agreed to take orders from Elio. She must have sought something extraordinary. Everything she does comes at a great cost.
When she got the Penacony assignment from Elio, she had big interest in it as she could experience having a full functional biological body, but also Elio mentioned to her that she will experience 3 deaths during her mission on Penacony. The first one we saw when she was being killed to escape and enter the exiled dream region. The second death we couldn't see ourselves, but she mentioned it in a dialogue throughout the story quest as being crucial to the mission. And later on it was also mentioned by Acheron.
Firefly. She awakened from the dream ahead of others, discovered the Express amidst the stars, and brought us valuable information about the remnants of the Order. She may have been aided by the script, and it came at a cost. As you know, Firefly is a stowaway who entered the dreamscape in a different way from ours. Without the dream pool in the hotel or assistance from the family, she can only awaken from this dream in one way: a real death.
Only because of her, the Trailblazer and others were able to wake up from the dream. The third death we haven't seen yet, but she mentions the script will always come true, but in order to avoid the worst possible version of the third death, the eternal dream on Penacony has to be ended, meaning avoiding losing herself in this dream. Later on in the car, together with Blade, she mentions she would like to die not as a weapon or as a Stellaron hunter, but as Firefly.
I hope you find whatever you seek there, be it answers or salvation.
You mean my 3 deaths?
Silverwolf told me about it. It's such a shame that it's not part of my script.
Well, I want to live. I'm never afraid of death. The opposite of death is eternal life, and that's something I'll never desire. People die, and I am no exception. Death is like a script, a fate that cannot be defied. But that's exactly why we have to choose where we want to rest forever.
Do you exist just to perish?
Are you not the same, Blade? The end you desire is not one dictated by others. If I were to die now, I would only be a weapon. Though its definition escapes me, isn't this the answer that ordinary people look for their whole lives? The tombstone that belongs to me once bore the inscription, Glamoth's Iron Cavalry. Then it changed to Stellaron Hunter. But one day, it will bear the name Firefly. And all the brilliance she showed at the end of her life.
So that suggests that she wants to make her own decisions and find her own path with purpose before dying. So basically, she dying before having her own life lived, this would be the worst version of the third death. And she dying at some point in the future when she has lived her own life outside of what she was created to do. This is what she considers an acceptable fate, so to say. So this already means she has found some form of meaning. So it will be very interesting to see if 2.3 elaborates more on her backstory and what she plans to do. I can even imagine that she may be leaving the Stellaron Hunters at some point to embark on her own journey, or even join the Astral Express crew. But yeah, this is highly speculative and remains to be seen. Firefly will be available on the 2.3 banner. Big shout out to Hoyoverse for sponsoring this video. Thanks for watching, see ya.
I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me. Like fireflies to a flame, my biggest death.